Welcome back to another video. Today I'm discussing what is the worst village to live in. Of course, we have to exclude the Rain Village as they're not an official village and completely overran by like not gambits, uh, bandits, criminals, and whatsoever. There's not really a unified leadership under the Rain Village. One, it was Hanzo, then it was Nagato, and now no one really runs the Rain Village. That is one of the promises Naruto did not keep, but we'll go into that quite legit later. Then there's of course the Leaf Village. They're the first, if not the best place to live. You kind of have the strong resources. You have the updated scientific advancements. The only ones that are a threat to the Leaf Village when they're like severely weakened are the Cloud Village, and they would probably be the next one. But of course, their crimes against other nations quite literally make no sense. If I remember correctly, they did do some things to a young Kunoichi. If not Kunoichi from the Leaf, if not Kunoichi from different lands, and they had to be dealt with. As far as I know, in some data books and some novels out there, they have done heinous crimes against other villages. Even though I would fit right back in to the Cloud Village and learn lightning jutsu, I just wouldn't want to be part of that nasty history. But that'd be the second best, just off the benefactor of their resources, enhancements, and of course you get the second strongest Kage ahead of that. Then you have the Hidden Mist Village. As we know, the Hidden Mist Village now is quite literally just a calm village that has maybe nothing really going on for themselves, and is still protected by a good amount of Kage, but they still rank still one of the best. Now, if we want to talk about simply when Naruto and Naruto's generation, you quite literally could not live in the Mist Village since Obito was controlling the Kage at that point, and people were still killing each other in that village for power, status, and whatever. Like, they just, unfortunately, Obito had to manipulate the villagers and the Hokage themselves to just let stuff happen. Then the Stone Village, quite legit, is one of the calmest villages, has close ties to the Leaf, and leaves everyone alone. I don't really remember much. Our data books, I can't really remember much what the Stone Village really has done towards other villages, but they quite literally, if not leave people alone, or ally with the Leaf most, if not all the time. But the worst village to live in, tell you right now, it's that Sand Village. Let me tell you something. The Sand Village was so poor, so broke, so not defensive in the army, that they couldn't defend themselves, that they teamed up with Orochimaru. Orochimaru. Because they had nothing. I mean, with the consistent conflicts between the Kages, the third Kage being the strongest Kage, stronger than any version of Gaara except Baruto Gaara, they had nobody. Their army was quite legit defensive towards any kind of attacks. That's why the Akashi could kind of throw anything at them. As well as the only ones that can really protect the Sand Village is the regular Kage, if he's alive, Gaara, Kankuro, Tamari. It's it. And maybe Baki. That's it. They have no strong military. They have probably not even built up their military over some years, just because, well, the world is at peace and there's no reason to build up a military if Naruto and Sasuke are going to deal with every major planetary threat that comes their way. 'Cause that's all they have to worry about. The villains that come from above, not the villains within. As well as they have no place to really grow food. Nothing. They have to have trade routes. You have to negotiate because their village is in the sand. Everything you get is in the sand. And as well as like many things that you learn from different villages. The Leaf Village, you may learn Fireball Jutsu. Cloud Village, you may learn Lightning. Stone, of course, you learn Stone. Mist, you learn the Mist Jutsus. Anoki's village, I think, is Stone Village, so I'm gonna leave him alone. But if not, you learn Protocol style, if I don't really remember his thing. And if you really want to stretch it, if you go to Mifune's village, since he's technically part of the 4 Kage, if not on the same level as the 4 Kage, even though he doesn't have Kage in his title, you still learn swordsmanship and Kenjutsu from Mifune. Sand? You want to learn sand? Sand village? Tamari is a wind user. She don't use sand. Kankuro uses puppets. He don't use sand. Only Gara from the 3 kids Raza got uses sand. And he's broken with it, of course, but he inevitably isn't as useful as the other Kage. So why would you want to be in the Sand Village? Why is anyone still there? They can't protect themselves. They can't feed themselves. They can't even clothe themselves. Why are people there? And for me, that is the worst village to live in. But you could let me know what you think is the worst village to live in Naruto. For me, it is the Sand Village. I would not touch place in it. I think the worst village in their crimes, like against humanity, of course, is the Cloud Village. But worst place to live in is the Sand Village. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.